It's been about a year now since this global Syrian youth movement, which we've called Jusoor, or Bridges, took off. I think what we're doing here today is something extremely special and extremely significant, and I think it's much bigger than just this conference itself. We all have really deep aspirations for Syria, big things that we want for the country. As we talked about yesterday, we've got incredible pride for the country. It's among the most fervent that any people feel for their country. And yet, despite that, every time we think about Syria, I think everyone in this room feels a sense of regret and a sense of sadness. And that's been long before the current crisis we've seen unfolding on the ground. We feel that sadness and that regret because of the opportunities that haven't been realized.
It's a beautiful quote by Rania, founding team member of Jusoor. And I still remember watching this.
It was such a unusually positive space for the Syrian diaspora in particular to be together.
The biggest challenge for Jusoor at the time when we were first setting up was establishing a reputation that is non-biased.
There was a lot of opposition to the approach that Jusoor took. Jusoor had always tried to stay neutral in a sense in all aspects, and the focus was always on the students and focus was always on the youth.
نحن بمرحلة الفاندريزنج يعني عم نجمع الأموال مشان نقدر بالسنة الدراسية 2012 نبعث تقريبا 5 تلاميذ من سوريا على جامعات برا يقدموا على دراسات عليا.
I think it was hard to imagine the impact of Jusoor 10 years ago. We were just kind of working within that present time. Say 290 scholars have received a scholarship through Jusoor to top universities around the world. I mean, that's really something I look back and with so much pride on.
If Dania said we're going to send 5 students, I have no doubt that from that day I knew we would reach 500, 5,000, hopefully 50,000 or millions one day.
And a lot of these people are today working for organizations like Google or Apple or Goldman Sachs, and this just kind of makes me beam with pride like a proud mother.
Seeing Jusoor's scholars where they were, where they're at today has just been truly remarkable. It just goes to show you if you give somebody a little bit of a chance, a little bit of an opportunity, what they can do with themselves.
Syrian children in places like Jusoor, which are still a refugee camp, reconcile the difficulties of the reality with learning really fascinating things in the classroom and storytelling and imagining.
To seeing it today, going from 150 students in our pilot program to I'd say about 5,000 now.
I am thrilled to have been part of that process of seeing them take that opportunity and run with it. You can give someone a chance, but what they do with it is their choice. And I think what's remarkable about all of these children and youth is really that they took it and ran with it and have gone very far.
Yeah, there we are.
It's amazing that this group really was able to roll up their sleeves, actually get down and work on all of these projects.
The amount of people that have been involved from day one in Jusoor, and even though some of the people, the initial founders and initial supporters of Jusoor may have moved on from their initial role, everybody's continued to play an integral part in Jusoor.
But it says something that the team remains 10 years later. I've been in this space for 15 years and I've watched groups come together and fall apart and yet they're still together. It's easy to, I think, look away and try to look towards building a new identity almost. So for those who have chosen to give back, it's quite a big deal. I think they have done their job as bridges for the country.
The commitment of the team members is unmatched. It's very emotional.
It's difficult to ask for support. It's not the easiest thing in the world, and you have to believe in a vision, and they did, and they made it happen, and they still are. It's remarkable.
Our people in Syria deserve much better than what they've been given. And everyone in this room knows what Syrians are capable of. I mean, just look around you. It's incredible what we've accomplished outside. What we want to do together and what we hope we can achieve together is in our lifetime closing that chapter of regret and opening a chapter of seeing opportunities realized and hopes fulfilled. I hope we'll get to do that together, and I hope we'll be a part of that.